not buy another bar tool until you watch this. Look, you can have the coolest ice tongs, the fanciest decanter, and the most beautiful serving platter, but if you can't make a balanced cocktail, then who cares? The bar tools from the big box stores are often overpriced and they're not always all that functional. In this episode, I'll explain what are your most essential bar tools to have on hand, and importantly, where to find them. But first, if you're excited for this episode, go ahead and hit that like button and also hit subscribe so that you know when there's upcoming content. Welcome to another episode of Natalia con Gusto. It is my pleasure to be here with you today, once again, demystifying cocktails and spirits so that you can make better cocktails at home. I've trained hundreds of bartenders and operators over the last 10 years, and I'm happy to share everything I've learned with you. Now, back to the bar tools. I've found that most of the bar tools that you'll find in your regular brick and mortar stores tend to fall into one of two categories. Either one, they're so beautiful and fancy that it's almost like they're not meant to be used. They're meant to impress your guests as they sit on a bar cart somewhere in your living room. Or two, they're incredibly cheap and ugly. These are the bar tools that you find in the aisle of your liquor store, and oftentimes they break or they leak or just something's wrong with them. They might get you through one night, but they're not gonna last. What you want to get are the bar tools that the professionals get. Trust me on this. You'll be spending an equal amount or sometimes even less. The tools will be loads better and they're gonna last you forever. All right, there are 6, yes, only 6 essential bar tools that I advocate for every home bartender to have on hand. I know this might seem very simplistic and that it's not enough, but trust me, these are the tools that I wish all of my friends had when they asked me to make cocktails for them at home. First thing is a jigger. A jigger is a measuring device. Measuring is paramount to a balanced cocktail. You have to have a jigger or some way to measure. The cheap jiggers that you get for 50 cents or sometimes $1, they're just bad. Don't get them. If you have them, throw them out. They're terrible. Oftentimes they snap in half. A really great jigger will have multiple measurements. This one has 1 ounce up top, and inside there's 3/4 of an ounce and 1/2 ounce. On the other side, there's a full 2 ounces and then 1.5 ounces on the inside. So within this one device, there are 5 different measurements in there. Your tool number 2 is citrus press. It doesn't have to be this one. This one is excellent. This one is made by a modern mixologist, but some way that you can extract juice from your citrus. Your third most essential bar tool is a set of shaker tins. I like using tin on tin. That's what this is. It's very light. It's easy to work with, easy to shake with. And what you can also do if you don't want to do tin on tin, if you have a pint glass and you only want to buy half of the shaker tin set, you can also shake using this. Your fourth essential bar tool is a Hawthorne strainer. Yes, there are other strainers. This one is called a julep strainer, but if we're talking about the most essential bar tools, I would say go for a Hawthorne strainer first. The reason is because this one will easily fit over a shaker tin, and it would also fit over a stirring glass, so it's more versatile. Your fifth most essential bar tool is a stirring glass. You might not think this is essential until you've tried to make multiple martinis or multiple Manhattans in one glass and you find that it won't fit and the glass topples over. This is very sturdy, it has a sturdy base, and you can also fit multiple drinks in one vessel. For your sixth most essential bar tool, spoons. A quality stir spoon, I promise you, it makes all the difference. There are a lot of the market. How do you even choose which one is better? I will say this, once again, just don't go for that cheapest one in the aisle in your liquor store, the one that costs $1 or 50 cents. They're terrible. It's really hard to work with. I'd rather stir with a chopstick. Truly. These are the bar tools that have gotten me through just about every single type of cocktail there is. For everything else, and as you start to build your home bar, don't be afraid to use regular kitchen equipment. Favorite bartender is using them too. For a muddler, you can use a rolling pin. Don't have a fancy fine tea strainer? You can use one of these. Also, if you don't yet have a shaker tin, you can shake in a water bottle. I've done it many times. And if you don't have a stirring glass, you can stir in a pitcher or stir in a pint glass. You have multiple options. And now what you've all been waiting for, where the heck do you buy all these fancy schmancy tools? There are 3 websites where all professional bartenders buy their tools, including myself. The first one is Cocktail Kingdom. They have everything. They have glassware, vintage books, lots of different gadgets. They have ice tongs and just about everything you could possibly need. I cannot recommend Cocktail Kingdom enough. They won't let you down. Great people behind the brand. Website number 2 is called Fortessa. This is a line of products that was developed by Charles Joly. He is world renowned. He was also named America's best bartender. Not only that, he's a humble, terrific human being who has developed an exceptional line of products that I highly recommend. And last but not least, the third website is called Modern Mixologist. This is a line of products created by world-renowned bartender Tony Abou-Ganim. He is known as one of the pioneers of the modern mixology movement. He's also written several cocktail books that I highly recommend. I cannot say this enough. All of the bar tools that I own and all of the bar tools that I recommend come from these 3 websites. These tools have never let me down. Tony Abou-Ganim is such a strong supporter of this channel and also such a strong supporter of you. He has offered to generously give all the viewers a 15% discount on any of the bar tools. Use the code MODMIXVIP at checkout. Don't worry, I'll put all the links in the description below. And there you have it. Now you know the most essential bar tools to have at home, and you know where to find them. Thanks again for joining me on Natalia Con Gusto. If you didn't already know, con gusto means happily, joyfully, or with pleasure, and it indeed was my pleasure to be here with you once again, demystifying cocktails and spirits so that you can make better drinks at home. If you liked this video and maybe you learned something, type yes in the comments section. I love hearing all of your feedback and the sweet messages you all have been sending me in my inbox. If you have questions or there's content that you want to see, type it in the comments section because somebody else might have that very same question. If you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that like button. It really does help. I'll be uploading videos every week, all with the goal of helping you make better cocktails at home.